Hello guys, Kryzzp here and welcome back to another video. Today, my friends, is a very special day because we're gonna get married.
What?
Just kidding.
Are you finally going to propose?
No. But it's something even more special than that, my friends. We just hit 100,000 subscribers, and depending on how she feels about that, it's more or less special than us getting married. I don't know.
It's very special.
Okay. Anyways, my friends, thank you so much for this. You know, like, you guys are amazing. Of course, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't hit 100,000 subscribers, and that's just completely insane. I can't wrap my head around it. I don't know, guys. It's just unbelievable to me, okay? I never imagined we would reach 100,000 subscribers. Even when we made the 50,000 subscriber video, I was kind of skeptical, you know, thinking maybe it will take like 2 years for us to get 100,000. It's gonna be slow, but no, it was like completely insane, guys. What the hell? So from the bottom of her heart, and mine as well, we love you all, guys. Like, thank you very much. I love you guys more than I don't know. I'm just kidding.
He loves you guys. You are probably like in second place in his heart.
So for this video, as so many of you requested, we're gonna do a GPU collection video. In case you haven't noticed that there are many GPUs over here. This is insane, like, what the hell? How did this happen? Now, to the guy that asked how many GPUs I own, I think these are 41 without counting the broken ones, which are this one and this one. And what we'll do in this video to make it a little bit different from the usual GPU collection, you know, the 30k subscribers one, we just grouped the 41 GPUs in groups of 4, so it's 10 groups of 4 GPUs, one of them with 5, but yeah. And then in each one of those we are...
Oh my god, we are going to try hot sauces. So the groups are going to be from like the low-end GPUs to the highest end GPUs that he has.
Yeah, by the way, I don't have the 2080s, 2080 Ti's and stuff like that, or the upcoming ones, obviously. So the highest end that I own is actually 5700 XT.
So it's gonna be from low-end to high-end in the GPUs, and from less hot to most hot,
Hot sauces. Yeah, that's it. That's hot. It's too many hots. It's gonna range from 1,000 scoville in the hotness level all the way up to around 2,500,000. Yes, guys, that's 85% Carolina Reaper, one of those. So it's gonna be great. Let's just get rid of all of this and get to the first tier of GPUs and the first hot sauce. Let's do this, shall we?
So guys, we're gonna start with the lowest end graphics cards and 1,400 scoville units.
The worst GPU that I own is, of course, as many of you know, the GeForce G100. It's actually beautiful, the cooler, you know, you can actually, like, yeah, play music with it, which is amazing. I'm gonna cover all of that music stuff throughout the entire collection, so don't you worry, we will know which GPUs make music and which don't. Alright, so after that we got the GeForce G210, not a GT card like that one, of course. G100, G210, these are only display adapters, by the way. You should not buy these for gaming, and if you are gaming on them, I guess you could like play Minecraft. Then we got the HD 2600 XT that I also already tested in a separate video, like a big one. This is a very beautiful card, in my opinion at least, with the flames and stuff. It looks cool, doesn't require any external power, and it actually still plays some lower end games like Valorant. So yeah, that's it for the 2600 XT. I'm gonna keep these simple, otherwise this video is gonna be like 40 minutes. This is the GeForce GT420. This is new to the channel. You guys didn't know that I had this one. This actually came in the mail a couple of weeks maybe ago, but I still haven't had the time to test it properly. But a video will come on this maybe in April 20th, because 420, yeah, that would be great. So, alright, let's go to the hot sauce.
Not ready for this.
Now this is fine, like, this isn't even hot probably.
Well, it smells good actually.
That's okay. It's tasty. I like it.
Yeah, it's okay. I can handle this one. So also with all of the groups, we're gonna answer some questions that we asked you guys to ask us. So first question comes from GT710
on Discord.
What's your favorite graphics card that you have tested?
Probably the Titan or the GTX 690. Yeah.
So JBug Gaming says, "Hey, my man's hit 100,000k." And the question is, what's your favorite video you've made?
Favorite video? Oh my god, that's a hard question. Let me think. Probably the GeForce G100 video, actually. For some reason, I really like to test the older end stuff.
So right now we're going to try 1900 Scoville units. I'm gonna put this sauce on the nuggets while Kryzzp talks about this beautiful graphics card.
This is the GT710, very famous in the channel, of course. It's a silent cooler, as you're probably aware by now, because I've featured this in a lot of videos already. Very good. And it's also the DDR3 version of the card, 2 GB of VRAM, so it's one of the slowest models of the 710, which is always fun to test out in videos. Of course, you guys seem to like the 710 videos a lot. Then we have a new to the channel, a new GPU to the channel. This is the 9600 GT that I bought a few weeks ago, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah, still haven't had the time to make a video on it because I actually received it in the mail yesterday or a couple of days ago. Oh, yes, that is beautiful. Oh, magnificent. Oh my god, this is the best so far, guys. Then we also have a brand new to the channel, GT630. You guys have been asking for it, some of you at least. This one is not a silent version from ASUS. It actually has a very tiny fan right there. And does it music though? Kind of, I guess. It's not the worst music that I heard. That would be like whatever you hear in the car, I guess. And then, in this performance tier, we finally have the GT730, which it's also a DDR3 model. It sucks a little bit because of that. The GDDR5 versions of these cars, except this one, which doesn't really have it, they perform way better than the DDR3 versions, by the way. So keep that in mind. These are all the DDR3 versions because we're all about that worst performance, of course.
Before we try, we're gonna answer a Discord question.
Okay then.
So Skites on Discord asks, personal Instagram account?
Okay, there it is, I guess.
I think I need the milk.
Already? What the hell? Okay, let's go. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
I don't see a difference, to be honest.
I like the taste of this one though. It's really good. Okay, so next question. Now we're going to answer a YouTube question. I'm okay. So on YouTube, Sleepy HD asks, how much money did you spend on all those GPUs?
Holy crap, okay.
A lot.
Alright, you know what? I'll count it for you. I don't know off the top of my head, but I will put it right here. Beautiful, look at that. Yes, very nice and probably very big number.
So now we're gonna go to the third tier, and we're gonna try 2,500 Scoville units. It's a lot for me, I think. I don't know.
Alright, here we go. We have here the Radeon R5 M330. Yes, I actually bought this thinking it was an M320, and I had no idea it had no display out. So I still don't know how I'm gonna test this one, but I have it right here, and it's quite cute, as Digimon says. Like, look at the little fan right there. Like, everything is so small.
This is like the cutest one.
Next up, we got the GT 740, another DDR3 graphics card. GDDR5 is a lot faster. Again, I think the GDDR5 is almost the same, or it's pretty much the same as the GTX 650, by the way, but this is like 2 times slower. It's kind of like the 1030 GDDR5 and DDR4. It's kind of broken. Last time that I tried it, it was just crashing the whole computer after a couple of minutes, so not sure if it's working, and I'm not gonna go through the broken ones that we talked about, maybe at the end. After that, we got the HD 4850. It looks okay, you know, it's cool. It's a shame it doesn't have flames around it, but it's alright, and it performs okay in CSGO and stuff like that. League of Legends, Valorant. And finally, we have the 9800 GT, the first GPU that I found that you can make music with. So, oh my god, yes. It's awesome.
And it's really beautiful. It looks like gold.
Oh, you like it? I'm really not sure if I like it or not, to be honest.
I like it. This one is green. Like,
oh,
it doesn't look like that spicy. So I'm not really scared. Let's see.
Is it green though? Kind of yellow-ish. Are they getting less spicy as we go?
Are we like used to this already? So on Discord, DeppyNL64 asks, what do you do when you're not benchmarking or editing videos?
I don't know. What do I do?
He is basically like editing and making videos all the time. So Aziz Z says, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
And my question is, how many GPUs do you have in your collection? Oh, this is the
41.
one. So now it's time for tier number 4, and we're going to try 5000 scoville. This one looks scary. This one is really red.
Alright guys, so here we have the GeForce GTX 260. These are all within 10% of each other, by the way. So GTX 260, you might have seen it here in the channel a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago actually, probably. So I bought this one for 10 euros, I remember that. It's actually pretty good looking in my opinion, isn't it guys? Like, look at the design of it. Blower style cooler of course, but it's okay. It doesn't really run too hot. Okay, this is the 550 Ti from Nvidia of course. It's still able to play some games like CSGO and Fortnite even, if you play at 720p. It runs pretty well on it, so I kind of am impressed with this GPU's performance, especially for the price, because it's going for around like 20 euros, like the GTX 650, and it actually performs kind of the same as the 650 as well. But of course, the 650 couldn't fit here, or maybe it can. We got the GTX 650, which I definitely do recommend way more than this one because it supports the latest drivers, so it actually supports the latest games. And yeah, 650 is still not a bad deal if you find it for like 15 to 20 bucks. And it doesn't really consume a lot of power at 64 watts if I'm not mistaken. So you could definitely use one of these if you are on a very tight budget. It still plays like Fortnite with 60 FPS at 720p, and CSGO, Valorant, all of those less demanding games, it has no problems playing. But this one, although it's kind of the same performance as these two on paper, it doesn't really have the latest driver support. So without the latest drivers, you can't play a lot of games. It also doesn't support DirectX 11, like that one as well, because 200 series, you know. So yeah, I don't really recommend these graphics cards. This one looks really gorgeous, by the way, in my opinion. The green really pops. And yeah, it's the GTX 285.
I'm actually sad that graphics cards don't have like images now.
And finally we have the first GPU that I bought used like 4 years ago probably, HD 5770. I actually have a video on it. It was probably the first video where I talked in the channel when we hit 3000 subscribers. And yeah, I bought this one for 20 euros. I still remember it.
So let's try 5000 Scoville.
Oh,
Oh no.
I can feel the difference right now. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god. I said this one was scary. Okay, let's move on. So Wolfer on Discord asks, which were the specs of your first PC?
So my first personal PC, personal computer. Anyways, my first PC that was actually mine had an FX 6350, GTX 760, 8 gigabytes of RAM in dual channel. It was okay at the time, you know, it was back in 2013 or 2014 when I bought it, so the FX series was still kind of in that area. Maybe it's gonna get better, maybe games will support more cores, but we know that that never happened really. Like, at least the FX didn't age well whatsoever.
Florentine Anita asks on YouTube, man, I am so happy for you. First of all, my question is, what inspired your channel name?
Oh, my channel name, zWORMz Gaming. So I was playing Battlefield 3 with Franks, which started the channel with me. Like, it was supposed to be 2 of us, you know, and maybe 3 when she came into the equation. But anyways, we were playing Battlefield 3, we were getting wrecked by the other team, and we decided to just crawl in the ground. And our objective that game was just crawl into the enemy base, like through the entire map. And we actually managed to do it, kind of. A little bit. Basically, as we were crawling, we were worms, and we needed a name for the channel that we wanted to make. So, zWORMz Gaming. zWORMz because the Z's make worms look a little bit cooler as well. Yeah, that's it.
So now we're going to move on to the 5th tier, and we are going to try 10,000 Scoville units. We doubled right now from 5,000 to 10,000.
Doubled again. Alright, here we go. We have right here the GTX 295. And you know what? Since I am not really too familiar with SLI and stuff like that, I don't know where to put this one. So I just put it right above the GTX 285, which means that it now enters the new tier of GPUs right here. So this is a dual GPU. It basically has dual GTX 280s right here, and I actually tested this one in Battlefield 3 only because I could only test it in an i5-4460 system, and the CPU was bottlenecking it. So this actually has a lot of horsepower if you want to play older games, but of course I don't recommend it. Definitely avoid this one, but it's a very cool collector's item, and I like the design of it a lot. Then we have the GT1030, and I don't think I need to say too many things about this one because I just made a video a couple of days ago on it, testing it in 14 different games. Basically it does a decent job, a very good job actually in esports titles, and a decent job if you want to play like Fortnite, PUBG. But if you want to play AAA titles, you'll be stuck at 720p with 30 FPS or even less than that, on low settings by the way. Now we got the GTX 560 Ti, which actually is outperformed by the 1030 in newer titles, because the 1030 actually matches the GTX 580, which is weird because on paper the 580 is 40% faster, not the RX, the GTX. Anyways, if you're wondering why the cooler is basically completely wrecked right here, I have no idea. I actually had an HD 7850, and the guy had this one and a PS3 for trade, so we traded, and I actually ended up selling the PS3, which was half broken, but it was basically overheating, and this one was just like this. It was working, but I don't know. Temps are fine though.
How does this happen? Just explain to me, guys.
Yeah, if you have some suggestion.
Did this have a cooler or something on top?
Yeah, I have the shroud, but I can't fit it because the guy removed a lot of the screws from it, which... The PS3 was also missing a lot of screws. I don't know, why. Does the guy eat screws? I don't understand. And then we have the legendary GTX 750 Ti. This one is from Point of View, which went bankrupt, I think, from what I've seen. It doesn't need any external power, so it's very, very nice for older pre-builds. And yeah, it's the legendary 750 Ti, guys. I got like 200 plus videos on this card because we actually bought it back in 2015. It was in her first PC, by the way. And we made a ton of videos on it. It basically started the channel. Let's go. I like the taste. And it's not really as intense, the spiciness.
It is. It is.
I don't know, I think it's pretty much the same as the last one. It's starting to get a little bit hotter right now.
It's not bad while you're chewing it, but after, it's when I feel the most. Oh my god!
Come on!
So on Discord, Shinobura asks, what was the first game you ever played?
Oh boy. Okay. Not counting with like flash games in like miniclip and stuff like that. The first real game was probably Rise of Nations. I forgot about the GTX 460, unfortunately, so it will come right now, alright? Which performs pretty much the same as the GT 1030, by the way, for those of you interested, and it's a lot cheaper.
So we're gonna ask the YouTube question right now because last round we forgot.
I'm sorry guys, it's probably the spices going up to our heads.
Abjit Technical and Gaming asks, for how many years Digimon and you have been together?
7?
Is that a question?
No.
Are you sure it's 7?
It's 7.
It's 7, guys. Yeah, we've been together for 7 years. So we're gonna move on to the 6th round, and right now we're going to try 40,000 Scoville.
Alright, we already talked a little bit about the GTX 460. I don't really recommend it, by the way, because it consumes a lot of power for its performance. This right here is the GTX 660, guys. And this
one smells really bad. Not bad, but smells really spicy.
Alright, so the 660 I actually could still recommend to some people. If you can find it for like 30 bucks, it's actually a very good pickup. Yeah, basically the GTX 660 is around 60% faster than the 1030, so it's a big deal, okay? It's a big performance difference, especially in older titles and titles that use older engines as well. Take a look at it, by the way, a little bit closer right now. What do you think about this cooler? Do you like it?
No.
No? Okay then. Alright, so this one we can both agree that looks pretty good. Doesn't it? Okay.
It's one of those.
So GTX 580, I've already tested it like a month ago or maybe less than that. Yeah. It runs like a GT 1030 in newer titles because of the drivers. They're not optimized for the newest games. And that's really a shame because in older titles it's a lot faster than the GT 1030 because it's a tiny bit faster than this in games like GTA 5, for example. But it consumes a lot of power, so I don't really recommend it because of that. But you can watch this video in the channel in the PC Hardware in 2020 playlist if you want to. This is the GTX 950 and it consumes 90 watts of power. It's still a good pickup because, well, it performs around the same as the 660, maybe a little bit faster than the 660 actually. It performs actually the same as the 1050 if you overclock one of these, so not a bad deal, you know, for if you can find it for like 40 bucks or something like that. It consumes less power than this one and obviously than this one, and it performs great in newer titles as well if you play at low settings, 1080p resolution. So that's pretty much it for this. Let's eat. Haha.
This one. Okay. I'm gonna go with this one. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Cheers to death.
Are you okay?
Oh my god.
I'm fine.
It's in my throat.
It's good. I recommend it. I like the flavor of it. I like the spiciness. It's great. Ugh. Oh boy.
My God.
Oh boy. Okay. And then oh boy. Oh no. I like it, but it gave me hiccups, so I'm not sure what to expect from the other ones, you know.
It doesn't go away. Oh my God, no pasa.
Question time.
So on Discord, KTNT Cots asks, what do you think about making videos on YouTube?
I know that YouTube is not good for some creators out there, but so far I don't do like edgy content, so I think I'm good in that regard. So it's been really great for me, by the way. Yeah, I like making I love making videos for YouTube, obviously.
Gente Mardica asks, are you going to buy the RTX 3000 series?
I'm gonna buy at least one of the cards from the 3000 series.
So right now we're gonna move on to the 7th round, and we're gonna do 135,000 scoville. Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Okay, so now we have the RX 560 right here, which I think it's a little bit faster than the 1050, which is a little bit faster than the 950. That's why I didn't put it in the last tier. So RX 560 performs pretty well in today's titles, especially DirectX 12 and Vulkan titles, so that's a good thing, of course. However, it's not really a good deal at like $100 or euros, because for 20 or 30 euros more, you can get an RX 570, which is a lot better than this. By the way, we do have 5 GPUs right here, because maybe I counted them wrong, you know. Yeah, it's just too many GPUs. We got the GTX 760, which on paper is better than the RX 560 and the GTX 950, but due to driver optimization and the Kepler architecture of this card, yeah, it just gets legs a little bit behind those, okay? So I say if you can buy it for like 35, 40 euros, it's a good buy, you know? You can actually play a lot of games on it as well. And it was also my first GPU. We got right now the R9 280, and it has a modded cooler right here, as you can see. These are just fan connectors right here to power these two. It actually glows red whenever it's installed. And, you know, the modded cooler doesn't do a bad job of cooling the card. It's a 200 watt card, by the way, so that's probably why I wouldn't recommend this one unless you can buy it for like 40, maybe 35, 45 euros, something like that. It's not a bad buy. It can still play games like COD Warzone at low settings. And now we got the GTX 960. I think it's slightly faster than this one, but not really a ton. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference side by side with these two if you had no FPS counter, for example. It's like 5 FPS difference. So GTX 960. One of those cards that I can still recommend if you're after GTX 1050 Ti performance or whereabouts, you know. If you want to play esports like Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege even, CSGO of course, Valorant, Dota 2, this is an amazing card for that. You can play those at like medium to high settings, and I'm talking about Rainbow Six Siege, which is the most demanding one. It's not as good looking as the GTX 1060, which is also the Gaming X that I have right there, but it's pretty good looking. I like it. I saw one for 40 euros a couple of days ago, actually like 4 days ago. So yeah, at 40 bucks, it's definitely a good pickup, even at 50 bucks, you know. If you can't find an RX 570 or RX 470 in the used market, this is pretty much your best choice. And then we got the GTX 1050 Ti, which, well, it's a 1050 Ti. At this point, pretty much everybody knows what it's all about. So it basically performs the same as the GTX 960. This one, however, does have only 2 gigabytes of VRAM. This one has 4. This is the Strix version. It looks pretty good. It has a back plate and everything, as you can see. Yeah, pretty good looking. The performance, however, is the same as the 6-year-old GTX 960. So it could be a little bit better.
It's just a little bit. I just put like a little bit, and I'm going to suffer. God.
Yeah, they say
I'm going to try to avoid.
the taste is weird. It definitely is. Like, what the hell? I don't know, it's moving through my throat. I'm not even doing anything. I was expecting hotter.
Ah! It's so hot! How is it not hot?
Ooh, now that I swallowed, like, oh boy, okay. But I don't have hiccups yet. I think I will have hiccups.
Oh my god! I'm not doing next one.
I don't want to drink it, but I want to drink it at the same time, guys. Okay, I'm feeling it right now. Whew.
I'm crying. I can't handle this. I don't know.
It's okay. Drink the milk.
This is not doing anything.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. This is hot. This is hot. Okay. I was saying it wasn't hot, but whew, okay.
If I stop drinking the milk, I can.
She's not used to any kind of hot sauce, like any. All right. So I understand what she's going through right now.
Ah! Oh my god! It hurts so much.
This is right around the same as eating a pepper here in Portugal. Like, my uncle had some peppers in his house, and last time I was around there, I ate one with my cousin, and this was pretty much the same. Like half empty already. What the hell? I'm very impressed. You did well. You did well.
Okay, guys, so I had some time to calm down.
It's been like 10 minutes.
I'm okay right now.
It's fine.
Let's go for the questions now. So on Discord, Virgil asks, what game do you think is the best multiplayer shooter game in PC at the moment?
Rainbow Six Siege? Maybe?
You think? You don't even like Rainbow Six Siege.
I think it's first of all, it's very well optimized. Second, it's balanced, you know, and they're always updating it with new operators, new maps, new weapons. I guess I could go with Rainbow Six Siege.
I would go with Rainbow Six Siege, but I actually play it like all the time. So on YouTube, RoboGamer asks, where are you from?
Portugal. Grande abraço para os amigos tugas aí, pá, que estão a ver isto, pá. Grande abraço. Deixem aí o like. Brasileiros é a mesma coisa, pá.
Yeah.
Somos todos irmãos.
So now we're going to do the 8th round. We're going to do 200,000 Scoville units. We're not. I'm not going to do it. We are waiting for Franks. He is coming right now to try this. From now on, he's going to try with Kryzzp because I can't do it anymore.
I'm not sure if I want to, but
he's scared right now.
I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it. Don't put too much, please.
I just put a little next time.
Be gentle. But anyways, guys, here we go. This is the GTX 780, the Titan, the 690, and the RX 570. Let's start with the GTX 7.
Oops.
Jesus, that's way too much.
It fell.
So the 780 here, this one is the 3GB model of the card. It hasn't aged well as this one and this one. These are 3 Kepler cards, so as I told you already in this video, Kepler hasn't aged well. The 780 is not a good buy whatsoever. It consumes way too much power at 250 watts. And it gets basically less than RX 570 performance. It does look very, very good in my opinion, however. So yeah, take a look at that. That's beautiful. And before I got the Titan, this one, the GTX 780, was actually one of my favorite GPUs in the channel. So let's skip to the favorite GPU of El Crispo right now. this is the GTX Titan, and yeah, it's just a visual masterpiece, my friends. Unfortunately, it does perform kind of like 10% faster than the 780, maybe 15%, but it's not good in newer titles, as we saw in my separate video for this card, testing like 13 or 12 games on it. It still can play games, don't get me wrong, even like Red Dead 2 and stuff like that will run on this card, but they will run at 30 FPS medium settings with drops into the 20s, so I definitely don't recommend this. It's one of the prettiest cards that I own, that's for sure, and one of the most unique. And speaking of the most unique cards that I have, this is probably it. I'm not sure if this is more rare than the GTX Titan, the original one, but I sure have more of a hard time to find this GTX 690 than the Titan. This is another dual GPU, it has two GTX 680s, I recently made a video on it as well, and when both GTX 680s on this board are working fine with SLI enabled, the performance is kind of similar to the GTX Titan, okay? So it's pretty decent, but whenever you are locked to using only one of them, which is basically in the newer titles, you just can't really expect much. It's basically half of the performance as this. So, and finally, the RX 570, my most recommended GPU ever, probably. It's this 570, man. It performs way better than all of these in newer titles. It released 3 years ago, but it's still doing very, very well at 1080p. Pretty cheap nowadays on the new market, 120, 130 bucks. On the used market, even better. So if you want an entry-level 1080p gaming card that can do like medium settings even in the most demanding titles at 60 FPS, RX 570 is the way to go. I still recommend it. So guys, we are now with Frank's. He's gonna try all of these before we move on to this one. This one is already applied right there. You saw Digimon put it in, yes. Anyways, we're gonna do a time lapse of him trying these. Alright guys, I am scared. Franks is scared. I'm gonna go, guys. It's the Painmaker. Beautiful. Oh god. Oh god. Should I fill my cup with water? I probably should.
Maybe. But before that, maybe.
Yeah, it's a little bit sweet at first. Because it's barbecue, yeah. Now that I'm saying.
It smelled sweet when we
Good.
I like this one.
Really good.
Not as intense as this. At least not right now.
Oh no, it's coming. It's coming.
It's starting right now. It's starting right now. Oh god.
Oh, if it's starting, I don't want to.
No, I'm feeling just
Okay, no.
everything coming down.
Nope.
No, but I am actually feeling the heat right now. It's 200,000 scoville. I'm not sure if you mentioned it, but this one is 135k. But it's okay. It's good. Time for the questions, Digimon.
So, Dragon Onion on Discord asks, what inspired you to make a YouTube channel?
Well, I was actually helping people in forums, different forums like Tom's Hardware. Game Debate was a big one at the time, at least for us. It was. We visited that a lot. And I just decided, well, I'm going to create a YouTube channel, benchmark stuff, and help people. And that's what I did.
Mac Chuckle asks, will you do a rating your rigs kind of vid?
Yeah, I will do it.
So now we're moving on to 9th tier. And we're gonna try 400,000 scoville. We're not. No, I'm not.
Me and friends.
Yeah. So you guys are probably going to
Maybe
die.
We're gonna die. Okay then. Well, nice to meet you, Digimon. Nice to meet you guys. 100,000 of you. Thank you very much for everything again. Alright guys, let's start with the GTX 1650 right here. I do recommend this card for those of you looking for a low-powered GPU. That's not the 1030, of course. If you have something like a 300-watt power supply, this is ideal for you. If you have a little bit better of a power supply, I definitely recommend something else. Especially the 1650 Super, which costs about 10 bucks more than this. And it's like 40% faster, 30 to 40%. So in terms of value for the money, this is not really ideal, but I could see a use for it, definitely. Next up, we got the GTX 1060, released back in 2016, of course. I bought this one brand new back in 2016 for 360 bucks. I actually overpaid quite a bit, but here in Portugal, things are expensive, so yeah, it still performs pretty well nowadays. It's kind of lagging behind something like the RX 580 in newer titles, because the DirectX 12 support and Vulkan support in these 10 series cards is much worse, I guess, than the RX 580 and the RX 400 and 500 series. It still performs quite well though if you want to play at 1080p with like medium to high settings, 60 FPS. It does a good job in the newest titles, and if you can grab one used for a good price, you're gonna enjoy it, okay? Basically. RX 580 right now, I guess this one is probably one of the favorites from you guys. This one is the XFX model, of course. It has 8 gigs of VRAM, this particular model. I definitely do recommend the RX 580 in 2020 if you get the 8GB model, because it helps massively in a ton of games like COD Warzone, Horizon Zero Dawn, Red Dead Redemption 2, those kinds of games. AAA titles nowadays do require a lot of VRAM, and that's where the RX 580 8GB shines. And now we come to a slightly older card from 2014. This is the GTX 980, which actually belongs to Frank's. Yeah, this is the Strix model of the card. I made a video on it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's pretty good still. It still plays games fine at 1080p high. It's kind of in the same level as the GTX 1060, maybe slightly faster, but it has 4GB of VRAM, which kind of hinders its performance in a few titles. 400,000 scoville, double the scoville units than the last one, the Painmaker. So, whew, this is gonna be great, guys. Choose.
Left.
Okay. I can't feel it. Wait, okay.
How's it taste? Not good.
I like it. I like it.
Frank
He doesn't
like
like. He never likes it, but I do like this one as well.
I like the one before.
Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. I like this one. My tongue is actually very, very spicy, right? I don't know. Hot, yes. Very, very hot on my tongue. I'm producing way too much saliva right now. And I'm spitting myself sometimes. I like this one.
I think you're used to it right now.
Maybe, I don't know.
So on YouTube, Bilal Habib asks, what's your favorite game?
Right now?
Like of all time.
Of all time. Far Cry 3 comes to mind.
Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 3 was amazing. Yeah.
So Jarky Faiz on Discord asks, where would you like to visit one day? Like, I think country maybe, I don't know.
Norway. I like the landscapes, the cold.
So it's time for the last tier. We're gonna try this hot sauce. It's called the Reaper because it has 85% of Carolina Reaper, that it can go up to 2.2 million Scoville. So it's like how many times the last one?
For
I don't know,
8,
a lot,
I
a lot.
think. And for the GPUs right now, we got the GTX 1650 Super, which is a tiny bit faster than the RX 580 in most games. In some games, the 580 will perform faster than this. So yeah, I was undecided whether or not to put the 1650 Super in this tier or the 580 8 gig. Anyways, this one is around like 10-15% better than the GTX 1060 in the recent titles at least. Sometimes more than that if it's like Doom Eternal, for example. This one just wrecks the 1060, for example. It's also faster than the RX 570, of course, because it competes against the RX 580. Alright, next up we got the GTX 1660 Ti. You guys should be familiar with it. It gets pretty much the same performance as the 1660 Super, and that's a much better buy, by the way, because it costs like 50-40 bucks less than this one, and it's 5% slower. If you overclock the Super, you get TI levels of performance. It's a pretty decent card. I definitely can recommend the Super for someone buying a card in the $200-$220 range. So yeah, so a pretty good, decent 1080p gamer at ultra or high settings. You can do 1440p at medium or high in a lot of games with 60 FPS. And next up, we got the GTX 1080 that I bought 2 years ago. Franks has been using it because I have been using his GTX 980. So this one is the Asus Strix version. Again, I bought it used. It's very, very pretty in my opinion. I like this one a lot, especially with the RGB enabled and stuff, because it does have RGB right here and right there, and also right there in the logo. So it goes very, very well, for example, with Digimon's setup, which has a lot of RGB going. I can definitely recommend this one if you can get it for a good price in the used market. And finally now, the last GPU of the video is my own personal graphics card that I use for my gaming stuff, like CSGO, Dota 2, Underlords. Of course, it has 8 GB of VRAM. I definitely recommend this one at this price point, like 350, something like that. It's a good price performance GPU, but there's the new series coming out, of course, from NVIDIA and AMD. So unless you absolutely need to go out and buy a GPU right now because you don't have one or yours broke or something, I highly recommend you just to wait, because I believe NVIDIA just announced the GPUs today, because it's tomorrow, but I'm filming this, yeah, you're gonna see this today. So anyways, but well, the performance is definitely there. 1440p high refresh rate gaming at like medium to high settings, even in the most demanding titles, it can do it fairly well. And of course, 1080p ultra high refresh rate is no problem with this card. So that's been it, my friends. Let's just eat that magnificent fish and pepper. I can't even speak right now. A little bit extra, Franks?
No!
I'm gonna go for a little bit extra because I'm crazy like that. I love you guys, that's why.
Oh my god.
Oh, the smell.
It smells great.
You even turn it to your tongue?
Of course!
Crazy!
I actually really like the flavor.
Stop!
I'm
my
not gonna
God.
eat this one anymore, no? My lips are burning right now, guys. Holy crap.
We're all going to suffer like in the bathroom probably. So it's really late. It's gonna be really late in the bathroom.
I literally can't feel my lips right now, guys. Oh boy. This is... yeah, it was the hottest one. Alright guys, so these are the 4 broken GPUs. I'm not even sure if this one works. This one was found by Franks. It is an NVIDIA Quadro K2000M, I think. It's an MXM version. As you can see, it's from a laptop, supposedly. Of course, the cooler is not from a laptop, but this works in laptops that support it. There's a lot of saliva right now, holy. This right here is a low profile 6200 LE, which I'm not sure if it's because it's too bad or whatever, but whenever it gets to Windows it just fully freezes. This right here is the HD 7870 that me and Digimon revived with a hairdryer. Unfortunately, it died again after like a year of us doing that. I could revive it again with a hairdryer, but you know, the power bill, man, the power bill. And now this is a GTX 480, very iconic card, very known to run hot, so it would be perfect for these hot sauces right here. But yeah, GTX 480, unfortunately it's dead, it doesn't recognize the drivers.
Oh my god! Are you crazy?
Call him.
You're crazy!
Again, guys, thank you very, very much for the 100,000.
Thank you.
I truly love you all, okay? From the bottom of my heart, love you guys. Let's do this. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. But then it's so bad.
Oh no. It's
God damn it.
my nose.
Are you okay?
Ah! Ah!
Oh boy.
Ah! What?
You want milk? Water?
How are you doing this without water?
I don't know. No, I need water.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's probably because we just splashed it with it. Questions?
Okay, so on YouTube, H4R3X asks, what's your favorite budget graphics card?
I need new. Where are the towels? Oh my god!
Why are you laughing? It's funny?
It is. I'm laughing because they're laughing, probably, and laughing is contagious. What was the question?
Shaking. I'm numb. I feel this numb.
What's your favorite budget graphics card?
It's a simple question, isn't it? RX 570, definitely.
Do you count that as budget? It's 300 something, right?
It's 120.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, budget. Rage Goric asks on Discord, what is your and Digimon's age? Do you remember your age still?
24, I think.
I think. Yeah, he's 24 and I'm 23.
I'm 23.
23 also.
Alright, guys. See you in the next one. This is. Oh boy.
Okay. I'll speak. Alright, guys. Bye. Thank you so much. Leave a like, subscribe, and we love you all. Bye bye.